Welcome to Promote, Profit, Publish. I'm your host, Juliet Clark, and we have another great guest today. It's a little bit different than what we've had in the past, but I think you guys will really enjoy it. And for those of you who are entrepreneurs who are putting together swag bags, sort of like Merrill Chandler did with his, you're really going to get some great insight. But before we get started, have you subscribed to Breakthrough Author Magazine? You can go over and get your free subscription. It's free in 2022 at www.breakthroughauthormagazine.com. So what are you going to get in it? You're going to get interviews, you're going to have find out about market trends, and you're going to meet a couple of the authors that all of us contributors have worked with recently and find out about their books, why they wrote their books, the number one, where to buy their books. So there's really a lot going on. Pretty short. It's a great read. We understand nobody has an attention span these days, but I think you'll get a lot next month, actually this month, because this will go out in March. We actually talk about buy boxes. And if you don't know what an Amazon buy box is and what it does to your book, you need to know. You really, really need to know, because you could be getting scammed over there. So today, and don't forget to go over us and subscribe on YouTube, Superbrand Publishing. And we are over on Rumble as well now too. You can find us under the Promote, Profit, Publish podcast. So today's guest is Alyson Landis. And I have to tell you guys something. It's so funny. I lived in Santa Clarita, California for 20 years? Well, maybe 17 years. No, about 20 years. Never met this woman. She was in the same town and never met her, which is kind of hilarious when you understand how small Santa Clarita used to be. So Alyson Landis has had a career journey that truly started right out of high school. While she was going to college, she worked in the front office of a commercial photographer. She handled accounting and customer service, but was asked also to do sales. She let them know very loudly about her lack of sales training and they threw the yellow pages at her and said, go for it. That is true telemarketing. Like, you either sink or swim. Not to age herself, but Google didn't exist then. So that's why the yellow phone book. Do people still get those? What a waste of paper. Right. I'm going to actually share something with you on the show about the yellow pages. In college, we couldn't afford toilet paper. Excellent toilet paper, very soft. So there, TMI for all my folks. They all just tuned out. They'll never hear you now, Alyson. So what she did was she wrote herself a spiel, picked up the phone and started making cold calls. And she found that it worked. From photography, she moved into pre-press and then into printing. So she really got training in the best of all areas of marketing. Inkcentric, her company, started in 2000, and she took over full ownership in 2008. And that was also the year she became a corporation and a female-owned business. She has digital equipment up through offset printing, which means she can be cost effective at 100 business cards, but also at 100,000 if they need to be. So she's got a huge scope of what they can print there. In addition to printing, they also offer promotional products with fantastic search engine on their site, as well as graphic design, warehousing, fulfillment, and all of the embroider or silkscreen apparel needs that you could want. So that brings us back. First of all, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I know people, hopefully people are still listening. They're not actually out looking for, we do have a toilet paper shortage since COVID. So now they're out scouring phone book booths, which may not exist anymore.
The paper is very soft. I give you that, definitely.
Who cares if there's a little ink on your bottom?
I was going to say you might end up with New York Times on your tush, but that's okay.
Well, I don't know. The New York Times is a newspaper, and that's different paper than the yellow pages.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason that I had you on today was to talk about fulfillment. I think for a lot of authors, they don't really understand what fulfillment is and how it can help them. So tell us a little bit about what you do in that area.
Wonderful. First of all, thank you for the awesome introduction. Really appreciate it. Fulfillment, truly the act of sending for you, meaning we have the staff and the warehousing capability to print, and we even don't have to print if you'd like to supply us with the books, to keep in the warehouse, keep an inventory going, and ship out as needed. A neat feature of us is we are not just limited to USPS. We also use FedEx, we use UPS, really any shipping company that you would like us to use. DHL is also a good one as well. We prefer using the companies with tracking capabilities, so we can give you then the tracking information to get back and forth. You can watch your project go, and really you can start from the beginning to the end. Even USPS now has what they call a smart barcode, and you can have access to the different points that your package makes it to. So really it's taking the work away from you. Let's let everybody else focus on their creativity, what they need to do. This is our job. This is what we do when it comes to fulfillment. Also, during the pandemic, we introduced swag bags, swag flats as well. So what we can do, especially when it comes for authors, is in addition to your book, we can send a t-shirt with it. We can do a welcome kit for them, which could include a pen, a postcard, a brochure, a folder. The sky's really the limit. And then the fun part about the fulfillment is whether it's a box, an envelope, we've got you covered. We can also do custom printed boxes and envelopes. So when people are receiving your gift, your book, your merchandise, whatever it may be, they know exactly who it's from right as they receive it.
Yes, that is so important. It's interesting about all your different shipping methods, because one of the things we run into when we have books shipped to our clients is that we have to send it via trackable, because usually it's such a big dollar amount, and they always complain about the price of shipping, but we can't just send 100 books out USPS, or if they get lost, you end up taking the loss on that. So interesting that you guys do that too. So to give you guys an example, Merrill Chandler, even though he did not go with Inkcentric, he has a large staff. He did this himself. Every time somebody ordered a book with a free shipping book funnel, and this is where you guys can really utilize those free shipping book funnels, he sent out the book, he sent out a t-shirt. His book was called The New F Word, and the t-shirt said, "Are you effable?" And so I know, it's great.
That's funny.
Yeah, he has great sense of humor and a great marketing team. So that's the kind of thing where you can send out mugs, you can send out t-shirts. Do you guys silk screen the mugs as well? What kinds of things do you send out that are silk screened besides t-shirts?
Absolutely, we can with the mugs. And you know what? Each product actually has a different type of printing mechanism to it, if that makes sense, or different printing process. Mugs are either pad printed or dye sublimated printed. So if the pad is 1 and 2 colors, if you have 4 or more colors, we can do dye sub, which is actually neat. We can go all the way around the mug. When it comes to silkscreen and embroidery, any apparel that you can think of, truly, sky's the limit for us. We've even done the tush of sweatpants before. We can even do up and down the leg of sweatpants. And when it comes to embroidery, really anything, whether it's polos, gift bags, blankets are a big one now. With everybody doing outdoor events, we can do the roll-up blankets with your logo on the inside. Really, it's all about promoting your business, your book, your business, whatever it is in the end. So when it comes to promotional products, we like to think of the things that are used the most often. That's what will be kept and thought of forever. And what we want is to have that logo on, let's say, a bottle opener, and somebody throw that into their drawer in the kitchen 4 years from now, continue to use it. And where did I get that? Oh, I remember exactly where I got this. This was so neat. It's really the gifts that keep on giving are the products that we like to offer. Absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the thing, you guys. For those of you who don't know what a free shipping book funnel is, it is a place, a web page where they can go over and purchase your book. So you've probably seen them advertised on Facebook. I don't see them so much on LinkedIn, but it will be a funnel that says something like, The Social Soul, that's our book we're releasing today. The Social Soul, get the book for free, you pay shipping. Now, let me tell you the secret behind that. You don't really go out of pocket on it, because the shipping cost is the shipping plus the wholesale price of the book, because you've already purchased the book. But in addition, oftentimes there's an additional box that you can check. Would you like a swag bag with that? Or would you like a free course with that? And there's nothing that really accentuates what kind of personalized customer service you have with your book. Because remember, that book is not your main product. It's a nurture tool. So when you turn around, when they order this book and you use fulfillment to send out a swag bag, you have just not only kept yourself in front of a potential client for a long time, like if the mug is on their desk and they're using it every day, but you've also exhibited, look, I have great customer service. I care. I want things out there. So working with someone like Alyson on a project like this can be really extraordinary for you. So Alyson, let's say that I brought you my book Pitch Slapped, and you said, would you make suggestions? Do you do consulting and say, oh yeah, Pitch Slapped, I'd get a giant, hand thingy or whatever. You should send that so they can slap people around. Or would you actually, talk to them a little bit about their business and what they're trying to achieve?
100% yes. And that's funny. We have done the number one foam fingers before.
Right?
That's immediately what I think of for the pitch slapped. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And that's where we're different than the online companies. We are actual people that you will speak to prior to placing the order. We love to get the entire idea about the book, your company, whatever it is that we're helping promote. So we then can come back to you with different ideas. We have a website and we have a full search engine on the website if people are interested in using that, and you can actually be very specific about the amount of your budget and type all of that in, and ideas will come back to you. But what we really like to do is have a one-on-one conversation, get to know what you're looking for, and then we will come back to you with ideas of the highest selling products, the most responded to products, whatever you're really looking to get is where we can come from. I mean, even the "Are You Effable" shirt, that's hilarious. A fun slogan like that on the shirt is great because it will keep people talking. Imagine if I was wearing that shirt right now, as we were talking, it would be a conversation starter, which is really at the end of the day, what we're all looking for. Another fun giveaway are pens. Pens are one of the top 3 promotional product giveaways right now. Number 1, everybody is still using a pen. And number 2, they're affordable and shippable. We can easily stick a pen in with a book and not even change the shipping cost on that at all. So we are very hip and up to date about weight, things going through the mail, what mails the best, what ships the best. So yes, to answer your question, we would love to help. We would love to give ideas back and forth. That's really the best way that we work. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love what she's talking about here. So what does Effable stand for? Not what you think. It's fundable. Are you fundable?
Love that.
So, he's a credit expert that you guys should go check him out. I think it's getfundable.com. I've used him, had amazing results with what he's done with my business credit. So another thing that you guys are really good at, and I see it right in the background there, you might want to turn around and pull it over here, is you're having an event and you want to give out a swag bag with your book to maybe those VIP people who paid for that extra ticket. Right behind her, you can see, if you're on YouTube or Rumble right now looking, you can actually see that there's a branded bag that maybe you can do a couple things with. If I'm looking at that correctly, it not only has the company that's on there, it looks like it has some sponsors.
It 100% does. Yes. The great thing about this bag is it is a stadium. As we know nowadays, when you're going to big events, they want you to have a clear bag so they can see what's inside. But yes, that is the idea with this one. This was our customer and these are sponsors that went with them. Best thing about these bags, they're reusable. I don't know about, where everybody, but here in California, you're almost frowned upon if you walk into a grocery store without a reusable bag. God forbid you need to buy the bag. But that's what's great about these. And in addition, we also have canvas bags, which are wonderful, reusable as well. We have paper bags. This we did for Galpin Aston Martin. There's an actual foil on there. And we have these fun tote bags. These are great to throw on your back. Just throw it over the shoulder. We can do printing on the front and back. So really the sky's the limit when it comes to tote bags or bags, backpacks, anything along those lines. And while we're at it, here's just some more to show you. This is an embroidered hat that we did for the Pandemic of Positivity, which is an amazing group of folks. Here is another one. This was in an automotive world. So really,
you can do anything.
limit. Yes,
Okay.
yes, without
Awesome.
bombarding you.
And remember, in California, you can steal up to $900 without being prosecuted. So why not have that clear bag and walk out of the store and let people see exactly what your $900 equals?
You are absolutely correct. We are letting inmates out early here because of COVID. So, we've got a lot of that going on as well.
So
On that, one more fun one to show you. These stress toys have been such a big hit, but this guy is called Mr. Wonderful. Really, this guy is the limit.
Is that for
There's
golfers? Is that one of those things you go like this for golfers?
Yeah,
Why not? I need one of those.
And this guy is Mr. Cynical.
Relax, calm down now. Don't stress.
Really, we have fun.
So can you design your own, or do you have like a catalog you can choose those from?
When it comes to the talking guys, we have a catalog that you can choose from. But let me show you one other thing. Speaking of design your own, these are tons of fun. This is just a regular hand. You can actually customize the message in the blades. So we can put the name, the title of the book, the author. There are 18 different sections, and I think they're 10 characters each. But I mean, this is just so much fun. These have been a big hit as well, because why not fan yourself as you watch your name going by?
Wow,
Right?
that is pretty cool. And then behind you, this is the kind of stuff I get at a lot of events when I have a bag. Is I'll get a book and I'll have one of those water things back there, because they're constantly trying to keep people hydrated as well. Are you guys doing masks? Like everybody's
Yes, we have done tons of masks, to be honest with you. And that was interesting. At the beginning of the pandemic, it was almost not appropriate to talk about a mask used for marketing purposes. But now masks are here to stay. We know that. And it's a great way to reward your client. And again, to push your business at the same time. We're all wearing them. So why not have a cute little logo on the side, promoting your book, promoting whatever. And again, going back to the "Are you affable?" Everybody would ask about that. It's such a great tagline then that's what you want. Oh, affable, huh? No, I'm fundable. I love that part.
Yeah.
And good point to bring these up. Yes, water bottles are still all the rage. We have travel coffee as well. That's fun to go with a book. Why not? Hand in hand. These are fun. Custom glasses, and you have your logo on the side of them. I mean, it's tons of fun. I'm like, what else can I show you while we're doing all this? Another big one, journals. Journals have been
Yes.
great. Everybody's looking, especially the beginning of the year. It's a great time to get started and keep journaling everything, all of your notes and everything in there. And then last but not least, business cards. People are still passing them out. Here's a fun one that we just did. It's a wood grain on the back because he is a woodworker. We also do these that are a foil. If you can see the butterfly on the back of it, we do a suede finish on these. Also postcards, direct mail. As we're talking about fulfillment, direct mail is still a great way to reach your clients. These are postcards that we do for Galpin Motors, which is an automotive dealership over here. We have them send in their photo. We do the design. The backside is just a little bit more information, but people love to hear from you, especially the ones that are still at home. It's a great way to break up the day, go to the mailbox and see what's come in for you. So statistically, direct mail is a fantastic way to go.
That is awesome. I hope you guys are jotting down some ideas. Just so that whole journal thing, I have a mastermind I belong to, and every time we go, we get a brand new journal. I don't even think he doesn't even put the mastermind name on it. It is just a really pretty nice journal.
Love it.
So yeah, those are the kinds of things, especially if you're someone who's in the self-help industry. I mean, it's something people can write in while they're at the event.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge note taker when I'm at events. So
Me too.
Alyson, this has been amazing. How do we get a hold of you?
My phone number is area code 818-885-0831. Email is fantastic as well. And I am Alyson at Inkcentric.com. It's a little bit different. It's ALYSON, and then quickly at INKCENTRIC.com. I am also on LinkedIn. We are on social media as well. We have a website at inkcentric.com. And if you click on promotional products, that search engine is there. Otherwise, give me a call or an email. I'd love to meet new people. I'd love to help people achieve their goals. And hey, I am all about marketing. So any questions you would have, please come to me. I appreciate your time, Juliet. This has been awesome.
So, well, thank you. All right, you guys, you got it. We'll see you next week.